just before we get to Fiddle Rock. This is Port Knocky Harbour. I'll show you a couple of shots from above. It's not many boats in here, but it's a lovely little harbour, lovely little place. Just where we were is Findocadil. I think the harbour's a lot nicer, but they all had their reasons and they all had their purposes. Anyway, we're just going to go up over that hill now to find Fiddle Rock and see what we can see. So Fiddle Rock's just around the corner, but there's a bit of an industrial estate here. Or sort of an industrial estate by the sea. And funny thing is, you walk through it to get to Fiddle Rock. Strange, but it's just the way it is. Sometimes you always have this romantic picture in your head of something you're going to see, and then you wonder what the hell went wrong before it actually became something, and everyone just looked at it and just thought, well, that's just a rock, so what? Well, here we are at Fiddle Rock. It's probably not the best conditions, because the best conditions were always going to be in perfect light, which is first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and it's about midday today. The only bonus of today is we've got here and the clouds come over, as you can see above my head there, and so we've got a little bit of shadow, so we can reduce the exposure a little bit. I brought with me a 50 to 140 lens. I borrowed off my friend, which you can see here. And it's not overly ideal, but getting here, it doesn't matter what you read about Fiddle Rock, what you see when you get here, which I'll show you in a minute, is a rock that's very, very beautiful, very, very, very Fiddle Rock. And the worst part about it is it's in a little cove with a beach in front of it. So nearly every photograph you see is always the same. Because it's very, very difficult to get a different shot of it. I was hoping to show you a different idea and a different shot of it today, but I don't really think that's going to be possible. Anyway, so I've set my camera up. So I've set it at f8, 60th of a second, to try and slow it all down a little bit. The iOS in the lens has created stability, which is what I need. There's not many shots in this. There's just a couple of shots in it. I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll show you the area around it and show you why there's not a lot of shots in it. Obviously, the perfect time of day will be early morning or evening. I'm here at middle of the day. The lucky thing is I've got cloud cover. That's the bonus for me. There's a beach down below and there's quite a lot of rocks around it, so you don't get much of a chance to shoot it. I've always wanted to come here and shoot it. It's this and Pulpit Rock are the two I've wanted to shoot. So coming here today, it's an amazing thing to see, an amazing thing to take in, but it's not the best and easiest rock in the world to shoot. So this is Fiddle Rock. It's quite amazing really, because behind us here, over there, is a bit of a industrial complex. There's actually a building for sale there for a cafe. Now, if anyone bought that, I think they'd make a right result out of having a cafe there and selling Fiddle Rock stuff and coffee, etc. all year round, because there's a steady flow of people. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of rock around and the beach down below before you get to the rock. I've shot this from up here on the cliff. It's probably a different shot from down there, closer to the beach, or even right in front of the rock. Because basically, without researching it, what you really need is probably a wide angle lens down on the beach, maybe. Or something around, I don't know, for Fujifilm crop sensors like 18mm or something like that. A little bit further down there in front of it. I don't know. Everyone does things differently, but there isn't many angles to shoot this on. I'm going to shoot it today. I'm going to convert it to black and white. I'm going to do the whole lot on my iPad, and I'm just going to use iOS software. I'm not going to use anything else, and we'll see what it comes out like, and I'll show you at the end. So it's about 2.5 mile walk along the cliff to here. Well worth it. If you're ever up this way, come and see it. It's a natural phenomenon. The bow bit at the top, you'll be able to work that out from a fiddle bow. It looks like a top of a fiddle bow resting against a rock. Anyway, that's Fiddle Rock for you. So I've shot a few shots with my phone. I've shot a few shots with a couple of apps on my phone. I've shot a few shots with my camera. As I say, it's the wrong time of day. I just wanted to see what I could get. Probably won't interest a lot of you guys, especially landscape photographers. Just think, what a knob. He's just not getting it, but I do get it. If I got here at 5 o'clock in the morning, waiting for the sun to come up, spent my time down on the spot on the shore, exploring it, getting all different angles and everything, possibly I could get a great shot. And there is some good shots of this. I just can't be asked anymore. I actually prefer to enjoy my walking with Jane and the dog and take that street photography, as I've said a million times, but I didn't want to come up here and not include it. So I've included it. And at least you can all see it and see the area around it. And so it takes a bit of the romance away, but hey, it's there. So in conclusion, it's a right funny thing. I've just sat down and written up my journals. I've got back to the camper, sat down and written up the journals, hosed the dog off because he was too hot. When I woke up this morning, I thought, should I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like I used to do, and walk all the way along to Fiddle Rock and shoot it in perfect light, work out an angle and get something? And I decided not to. And the main reason is because I just don't do that sort of thing anymore. Was I any good at it? I've taken some great landscape shots, and I've taken some mediocre ones, and I've taken some crap ones. Ironically, I think sometimes you have to be in the right mood and you have to feel it, and everything can go wrong in a few seconds. The light can change, the weather can change. Sometimes you could even walk along and get there and the weather's completely wrong. So I made a serious decision to get up with Jane and walk along with Jake. It was really hot on the way back, and Jake was struggling. I had to hose him down. And overall, I've got better shots on my phone than I have. And okay, admittedly, I took the 50-140, which was the wrong lens to take. But never going there before, and never really researching it as a bit of a gamble, I decided to take the 50-140, and it was the wrong lens. Also, the weight, I know it sounds stupid, but the weight of that camera and that lens in my backpack, waste of time. Now, I know if I want to shoot landscape professionally or everything, I know what I need to do that. And I've had GFX and I've had all sorts of stuff to do that with. Was it worth walking 3 miles to Fiddle Rock to get what I got? No, it wasn't. Have I got better on my phone? Yes, probably. Some of the shots actually went wrong. I tried to use an app on my phone and it defocused for some reason. I haven't quite worked out why, so I deleted all those photographs. So the only photographs I've actually got are the one that I will show right at the very last photograph you'll see on this video will be right at the end, is the one I took on the Fuji. And the others are taken on my phone, and there's a few of the walk there. In conclusion, I have fallen out of love with landscape photography. It's probably why I do street a lot now. I'm not 100% sure I was in love with it in the first place, because I never really felt it like other people do. And I've spent many hours next to a tripod with filters and everything else, and even teaching landscape photography and slow motion photography and all sorts of stuff. And it's just, I've just fallen out of love with it. Obviously, I've got the new iPhone 16 coming. I've ordered it. And I'm really hoping that the phone is a little bit better than the 14, which I'm using now. iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm using the 14 Pro Max now. But I really enjoy taking photographs with this phone and camera. I don't use it to the extent I should. I've just looked on it and seen all the apps I've got on my phone for actually photo processing, and hardly even use them. Do you know what I mean? It's really mad. Maybe it's age and being lazy. I don't really know. But anyway, you probably won't enjoy this video. I didn't really know how it would work out. It sounds a bit negative and moany, but I got to Fiddle Rock, and as I've said before, I didn't overly enjoy it. I didn't like it. If you want to get all landscapey, at the end of the day, your horizon needs to be really low, so the actual subject isn't breaking the horizon. And I shot it from the top of the cliff, mainly because I didn't see any advantage of get down low and try and get a shot today, because at the end of the day, there's hundreds of shots out there. Google it and have a look at all the shots and decide which ones you like. I actually quite like the different colours in them. I like some of the ones with the heather on the cliffs and things like that. I like obviously the ones with the Aurora Borealis in the background, etc. But there's hundreds of shots out there, and that's the really crazy thing I dislike about landscape photography is as soon as you go there to get a shot, you're up against the people that have done it really well. And I can't do it really well. I would do it just the same as all you guys at the same time of day as they got there. So I did it from a tourist point of view, and no doubt the shots I've got are okay. But generally, I've fallen out of landscape. I'm going to stick to street photography. I'm going to do most of my YouTube channel about that, except my shorts. I'm going to do shorts on everything, and my Instagram will be about everything as well. So if you haven't found my new Instagram, I'll put it in the link below and you can have a look at that. Anyway, see you later. See you on the next video.